My name is Alicia Reed, and my presentation is about technology's role in the future of education. With the recent COVID-19 pandemic, the world experienced a shift in the way we work, learn, and play. Technology was at the center of most of our daily lives. This shift in technology use has not come to a halt but continues to increase. Technology continues to be integrated in today's classrooms. So what does that say about the future of education? Will the growth of digital tools and virtual collaboration make traditional schooling a thing of the past? Let's take a look at the benefits and drawbacks of an education fully digitalized and what the future might look like in the years to come. To understand technology's role in the future of education, let's first take a look at its past and current role in the classroom. The following slide is a video discussing what education looked like in 2013 and what they predicted it would look like in 2020.
Today's student is different from a student in 2020. But what is the difference? And what does a student need to be successful later in life? Today's learning takes place in the classroom, with classmates and a teacher. But in the future, learning will also take place outside the classroom and outside school hours. Learning will be organized in different topics and different levels, so there will be different groups. But the learning also takes place individually. What does a student use to learn in 2020? Today, a student uses books, pens and paper. In 2020, a student might use computers, tablets and smartphones, or maybe even completely new technology. This technology creates more possibilities, which influence the learning process. At the moment, educational publishers mostly decide what the student learns and in what order. But in 2020, adaptive systems will respond to the student's level and speed. Those systems are also able to enrich and enhance the knowledge of a student. And how does a student know how well he is doing? Today, a student receives grades and report cards periodically. But with learning analytics, a student will receive real-time feedback on his progress. He is challenged to perform even better. Or he receives support on topics that he doesn't get. And what is the role of the teacher in 2020? Education will always be a people's job, with a key role for teachers, as a coach in the learning process and the social development of students. Due to advanced resources, a teacher can pay more attention to a student, and the student's learning goal is himself. To prepare for society in 2030, and for a profession that probably doesn't even exist yet. A lot of things are uncertain, but we do know one thing. Our students of 2020 have started learning today.
The video's predictions for what education would look like in 2020 were spot on. Digital tools are present in almost every educational setting in America. As educators reflect on the futures of their students, many have begun to focus on 21st century skills that should be taught in the classroom. This shift towards technology in the class began with an initiative that began in the late 1990s. The One-to-One Laptop Initiative was created with the hopes to get a computer into every student's hand. So where is technology in education heading? With technology already being integrated in education, it only makes sense that it will only continue to thrive in the future. Let's watch the following video about the prediction of technology's role in the future of education.
Technology is going to change what happens on the campus. The institutions that don't innovate and don't push the bounds of technology will be the ones that go away.
Technology is taking us to a different place. If you don't get on the train right now, you're behind.
Having technology, it makes it a lot easier for students to focus on the things that we need to as students.
Artificial intelligence coupled with big data is absolutely something that's going to be critical in the future of teaching and learning.
If you were taking a course and the virtual instructor was able to detect that you weren't understanding a particular concept and then go down a different path until you understood that concept, that would be incredibly, incredibly powerful.
Each one of us has a different personality. Having something that's personalized to how we learn specifically would be a wonderful addition in any classroom.
I could see the day when our learning management systems involved an adaptive approach to learning.
Being able to connect virtually with a faculty member allows students to have a little more freedom. Let's say they're injured, they're in an accident, they don't have to miss class.
For students who are deployed, they come from all around the world. They're working anywhere and everywhere, all day, every day.
Big data is coming quickly. We have a lot of data on students. The key is how do we use that data to serve them better?
There'll certainly be walls and touch panels that you can actually use as a resource to gather information or collect ideas.
By partnering with Ellucian, we get the benefit of more modern technology.
Ellucian has the ability to see industry trends. They've got the staff to actually develop solutions and bring those to bear.
Big data is changing how we receive information and is affecting traditional schooling. With knowledge at the tips of our fingers, students are beginning to question the need for traditional education. Education is outdated in many aspects, such as the use of physical textbooks and traditional teaching methods. To keep students engaged, education needs a facelift that integrates technology. Just as they state in the previous video, institutions that don't push the bounds of technology won't be around in the future. For education to thrive, it will have to stay competitive with the use of technology. So what's next? Will traditional schooling be a thing of the past? Will students in the future meet on campus or online? Will technology replace teachers? Verdreo from Harvard University believes nothing could replace the teacher's presence, especially when it comes to teaching younger students. However, it is believed that all teachers will use educational technologies in the future. Older students may have less teacher interactions as they rely on technology to self-teach themselves. For example, virtual reality is beginning to replace physical labs and simulations. Apps like Blackboard and Zoom provide digital content such as videos, textbooks, and virtual meetings. One thing is for sure, the future of education will include the full integration of technology, and I am excited to see how it evolves.